you now. This is how it
LA got the
goes.
people saying la 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 la. Amsterdam saying la 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 la. Frisco saying la 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 la. Switzerland saying la la la.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. Last outing for the Nets, it was a loss to the Spurs. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Miller is out there at DeRozan. Then it's Young. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Porzingis in at the 4. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by the Nets.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Miller kicks to Lopez. Can't get it to go. Davis with some nice D. Fast break, here they come. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
The Pelicans shooting their first foul shot of the night.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them, and yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
Now here is Hill, following the miss by DeRozan. Outside Hill. To the paint. Here's Davis. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The Pelicans have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
Inside, uses both hands to slam it down.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
Hill, no good.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And that one's good.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
And here is Hill. Thaddeus Young getting it to go from deep. Hill dishes to Chandler. Feeds it to Embiid. Looking to end the run. And Davis with the basket on the assist from Crowder.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Lopez, a screen on Hill. Crowder with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Chandler, the pass to Hill. Here's Embiid.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And they will call over the back on the play.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Crowder kicks to Davis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Davis has got 6 points.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Lopez a screen. Miller with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Young. Here's Lopez. Chandler with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 4. Embiid with the screen on Miller. Davis sets a screen. From past the arc. And that's good. Wilson Chandler for 3. Chandler's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And Andre Miller, what a virtuoso floor general he has been. By far the career leader in assists among active players. Over 1,000 more assists than the next guy on the list, which is Chris Paul.
Getting back to Miller last year, he was 16th in the league, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, a couple of things happened. I thought he slowed down a little, and he was playing behind John Wall. That led to the fewest minutes per game of his career, and the rest of his stats kind of followed suit.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Koufos comes in for Embiid, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jay Crowder. Davis with a screen on DeRozan. Hardaway, no good. It's DeRozan with the drive. Miller against Hardaway. Chandler outside. For 3, Hill. And that one's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Nets trailed by 8. DeRozan on the wing. Here's Porzingis. And he dunks it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And that one's good by Davis.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot. And Anthony Davis growing up in the rough south side of Chicago because of the violence. His father didn't let him venture to the playground. Instead, he built a basketball court in the backyard. This young man has come a long way.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Davis stayed around the game in grade school. He'd keep the clock, sell the tickets, even someone said sell nachos.
Humble beginnings, partner, humble beginnings. Didn't even dream of NBA stardom. Said he wanted to be a high school coach. Obviously, things have changed now.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Morris has checked in.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket, using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Morris with the screen for Hill. The pass to Morris. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Nets trailed by 8. Here's Miller. Outside Gordon. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Gordon's got himself on the board with 3 there. Hill dishes to Morris. Out to Hardaway. His three-pointers off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And it's Gordon penetrating. He feeds it to Young. And here's Miller outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
Hill against Miller. Outside Hill. Morris outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And now running up the court. Miller pushing it up. The game now all time. Young's got 5.
Andre Miller, one of the best dime droppers around.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out. And sometimes the best way to do that is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Randall's checked in for the Pelicans. Mills comes in for Hill. And the Nets making a change here as well. Johnson, he's checked in for Porzingis. Now here's Hardaway. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And here's Morris for 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. It's stolen by Morris. Pushing it up. Pushing it up. That's good from Randall on the assist from Hardaway. Randall's got his first basket.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead. Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Now here's Mills. Morris outside. Again, the miss by Morris.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Johnson, the pass to Gordon. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the great Tim Hardaway Sr., had a very good rookie season. However, last season, Clark, not the improvement that some were hoping to see out of him.
Kevin, you knew the expectations were going to be high going forward, very high. But sometimes you step back before you move forward. He only shot 39% last season. Very low for a guy of his caliber.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Roten's checked in.
And we were talking about Hardaway Jr., and he had a very good shot coming out of college. Does a good job of freeing himself off screens, plays with good energy and intensity. For this young man, I believe the sky is the limit.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Chandler comes in for Marcus Morris.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
And, guys, that's an alley-oop I guarantee you we'll be seeing on the highlight reels for the next few days.
You know, with Hardaway Jr., it's not my thing to compare guys to other players, but he could use a little bit of his dad's quickness and ball handling. Tim Sr. was one of the best in the league at getting his own shot and getting shots for others. If Tim Jr. can get half of that in his game, his star will rise.
Lopez sets a screen for Roten. Lopez right side. No good from 18.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Hardaway from outside. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Roten with it. Good drive by Lopez. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Chandler outside. Out to the wing. New Orleans moving it around. Randall kicks to Chandler. And off the front, and in it goes. Chandler's got 13 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Roten. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
And that one's good. And now just a 4-point Pelican lead. And Chandler, here we go. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Pelicans lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the three-point line early on tonight.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, Wilson Chandler out there with Davis. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Nash. And it's Crowder in it, shooting guard. Pelicans leading by 4. Nash outside. Pass to Crowder. Dishes it to Davis. Out to Chandler. It's stolen by Johnson. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Unloads from 13. Hickson dishes to Gordon. Here's Young. And the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Porzingis, he's checked in for Amir Johnson. Outside Gordon. Passes it to Porzingis. Up and in from the low block. Porzingis has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Nets. To the middle. Embiid the screen. And the shot's good from Crowder.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Hickson a screen. Gordon kicks to Hickson. To the right side. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. And the shot falls short this time.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
And it's Nash missing. Nets trailed by 4. There's the dish to Gordon. He kicks it to Roten. They set the pick. On its way from Young for 2. Cannot hit. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Off target from outside. Young outside. Good.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Nash kicks to Davis. On the wing, Chandler. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
On the wing, Gordon. Shoots. But he recovers it. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
New Orleans making some changes here. Marcus Morris comes in for Wilson Chandler. And George Hills subbed in for Nash. And a switch here for Brooklyn. DeRozan's checked in. Clock at 6. And they double up Davis. Drilled from 11 feet out. Davis has got 10.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Here's Hill. Tries to keep it alive. Hickson passes to Hill. The feed to DeRozan. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. On up the court. And Morris throws it down.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Rufus checked in for Joel Embiid.
That's his first personal foul.
And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for New Orleans. Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And Hill has it in the corner. They get it back. Back to Hardaway. He dishes it to Randall. Kicks it to Kufis. No good. Good D by Johnson.
And, you know, talking about Roten, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level but with greater efficiency. Too often his highlight reel passes led to turnovers. He would gamble defensively, too. That's, to me, just a young player growing up on the job.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. Hill kicks to Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson with the block. Down low. Shot from the low block. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Roten.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And that is good. Randall's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the Summer League, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
Here's DeRozan, following the basket by Julius Randle. Out to DeRozan. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. The turnaround. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Pelicans leading by 5. Hill kicks to Morris. It's back to Hill. Morris inside. Hill's there. Morris, no good.
And, you know, going back to Randall's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The fifth metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft.
And the foul called on Andre Miller. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Hill kicks to Randall. Morris against Hill. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Porzingis. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Mike Miller's checked in for the Nets.
And talking about Randall's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did season-ending surgery on the foot as well. Hopefully, now he can just stay healthy and get to play the game he loves.
The kick out to Hill. Hardaway for 3. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Koufos. Davis comes in for Julius Randle. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Marcus Morris. And Jay Crowder's subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Embiid with a screen on Miller. Lopez over to help. Pass to Hill. And a miss there on the triple.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Now here is Miller. 5 points in the game. DeRozan with it. Now Chandler defending. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from DeRozan.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. Yeah. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Koufos checked in for Embiid. Hollis Thompson comes in for Crowder. And it's Mills in for Hill. He used that pitch just right. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skill. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Miller kicks to Young. Good D by Thompson.
You know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
Miller, the pass to Porzingis. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Now here's Mills. Covered by Miller. Now Mills. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And here's Chandler from the arc. Chandler with another miss. Nets trailed by 8. .52 seconds left in the first half. DeRozan dishes to Lopez. Back to DeRozan. Out to Miller. Looking to end the run. Let's keep it alive. It's Young on the wing. The pass to Porzingis. They shoot again. And he connects with the jumper. Porzingis has got 12 in the game.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
And Clark, I'd like to see them go back outside. They've been shooting well from the perimeter.
And here's Mills. To the left wing. Plenty of space. And the shot is good. Koufos has got the lead. Back up to 8 now for New Orleans. And so we wrap up the first half. Pelicans ahead. They lead by 8. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Chandler playing very well. He has 17 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. A fantastic game from Wilson Chandler in this one.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Kicking off the second half, here's Lionel Hollins 5. They've got Young. DeRozan out there with Miller. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Porzingis in the power forward position. New Orleans moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. And Mills kicks to Davis. From 13, it's hauled in by Porzingis.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Here's Lopez. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Mills. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Feeds to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Here's Davis. No good off the back of the rim.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Gordon's checked in for Brooklyn. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Thompson outside. He feeds it to Mills. Off the pick. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Pass to Young. Dishes to Lopez. The shot is off. Nice D from Chandler.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And how about Anthony Davis? It grew 7 inches in one summer back in high school. You know, people forget he was committed to go to Cleveland State to play point guard out of high school. But then because of that growth, ends up signing at Kentucky, and the rest is history. So, I mean, you look at that 215-pound frame his rookie season, now up over 240, and that's enabled him to dominate the game even more. And I think it'll also help him improve his health.
Kufis kicks to Mills. Thompson misses.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And it's Gordon missing. And Davis admitted he might have stayed another season at Kentucky if he'd known how NBA players would go at him physically in his rookie season.
Yeah, they look to punish him, but he's put on the weight he needs to hold his ground now. He doesn't want to get too much bigger, though. Quickness is such a huge part of his game. Doesn't want to lose that.
Miller with the ball. Picked up by Davis. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Lopez. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Now here is Morris. He has 5. Kufis the best to Mills. Morris no good.
Boy, he's got a nice looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
Gordon inside, covered by Mills. And again, it's the Nets missing. Here's Morris, and it's blocked. On the wing, Miller, defended by Crowder. Here's Porzingis. Morris with the rebound. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Looking to end the drought. And that one's good. Morris has got 8 points.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in him.
Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. No good off the front iron. Now here's Crowder, defended by Gordon. And Mills kicks to Kufis. Passes to Davis. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Now here is Miller. He's got 8. 4 on the clock. Here's Porzingis. Kufis grabs the miss. Kufis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Crowder kicks to Morris. Now the dish to Davis. Out to the right wing. Mills. The second effort. Here's Kufis. And it's blocked. In the corner, it's Gordon. Takes a 3. That is good. Gordon's got 10 points.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside, too.
New Orleans making some changes here. Embiid, he's checked in for Koufos. Julius Randle comes in for Anthony Davis. And George Hill's subbed in for Patty Mills. The Nets also changing it up. Johnson, he's checked in for Porzingis. Hill comes in for Young. And it's Tony Wroten in for Miller. It's back to Hill. Morris into the lane. Rebounded by the Nets. Gordon's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And guys, when you talk about Thaddeus Young, last year was another solid season for him. Excellent job finishing around the rim as usual. Solid rebounding numbers, but still trying to improve his consistency from the three. He started the season strong in that department and kind of fell off a bit at the end.
Embiid dishes to Randle. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Embiid the screen. Morris passes to Crowder. 5 on the clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Man, Thaddeus Young, he's really entering the prime of his career right now at age 27. Hard to believe he's now in his 9th season. Only spent 1 year in college. Still plenty of room to grow. And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year. Eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. Embiid kicks to Crowder. But they recover it. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the paint. That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Hill.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Now here's Embiid. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pelicans.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Nets trail by 7. Now here's Wroten. Defense right on him. And he jams it with authority.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Brook Lopez is checked in for Hickson. Porzingis comes in for Amir Johnson. And it's Young in for Solomon Hill. Just 4 to shoot. It's stolen by Morris. Randle with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Randle down low. He's against Young. Nets trailed by 5. Wroten with it. He's got 8. Crowder with the steal. Here's Hill. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And the dunk by Lopez.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big three out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Roten kicks to DeRozan. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of. Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
Here's DeRozan. The Pelicans make their last shot. Shot clock at 6. Young dishes to Lopez. Offline from the high post. Pelicans leading by 9.
When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
There's the feed to Morris. No good on the triple.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
DeRozan's shot is good. 59 seconds left to play here in the third. Hill passes to Morris. Here's Embiid. And Lopez pulls it down. Lopez has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Roten kicks to DeRozan. And it's Brooklyn scoring again. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Morris outside. The 10-footer. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Roten kicks to Lopez. No good on that last second attempt there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pelicans lead by 4. From New Orleans, back in a moment. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Pelicans leading by 4. They've got Anthony Davis. Robinson is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Mills in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Hardaway dishes to Robinson. Johnson with the block. 3-on-3. Now here's Hickson. Here's Roten. Drills the three-pointer. Roten's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nets. And Mills kicks to Hardaway. He dishes it to Robinson. Out to Chandler. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. And that's now 19 points for Wilson Chandler. Now here's Roten, covered by Mills. Johnson the screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Hickson. puts up the baby hook. Bank shot, no good. Pelicans leading by 3. Mills with it, and Roten picks him up defensively. Knocked loose, and stolen by Roten. And here we go, Roten. Oh!
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Ball's knocked loose. Hickson. And just as J.J. Hickson seemed to be finding some rhythm in his career, Clark, last season happened. His production dropped like a rock.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, after 2 straight years where he was starting, last season he was asked to come off the bench. And for J.J. Hickson, that just did not seem to be a good fit.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Mills passes to Davis. He kicks to Mills. Tipped away. But they'll get another chance. Now here's Hardaway. He's covered by Roten. In transition, here come the Nets. And Hill throws it down.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Hardaway. It's stolen by Johnson. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. Now here's Gordon. He's tightly guarded. Johnson outside. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Miller's checked in. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense.
Now here's Mills. Robinson a screen on Miller. Chandler right side. 5 to shoot. Mills dishes to Davis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, how about Anthony Davis in this one? He has 17 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
The Nets making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Miller kicks to Johnson. On the wing, Gordon. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. And that's 12 points for Eric Gordon.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys,
Guys, over that last break, I listened in on Alvin Gentry's huddle. He told them, the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Brooklyn trailing. Now Miller. Lopez a screen. The three from Hill. No good. And New Orleans will come the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession. And that's good news for the rest of that team.
Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. It's Miller on the wing. Kicks it out to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Deep 2 from Hill. Again missing Hill. New Orleans in the lead. And here is Hill. Morris a screen. Here's Crowder. On the wing, Thompson. Releases from the wing and throws it. And the Pelicans lead by 3. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's Miller penetrating. Kicks to Lopez. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Now, here is Morris. No one near him. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot. Nets trailed by 3. Here's the screen. Miller with the ball. The shot is off. Hill with some nice D. Thompson with it. He's picked up by Hill. Morris outside. 7-foot shot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now a 5-point Pelican lead. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's Lopez. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
And when you've got that much of a size advantage on your defender, that's how you take advantage of it.
Pelicans leading by 3. Pass to Morris. Feeds to Crowder. Morris a screen. Crowder kicks to Thompson. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And the shot's good from Crowder.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
When you're hot, you're hot. And he is absolutely scorching.
Johnson sets the screen for Miller. The 19-foot shot. Hill pulls it in.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor, poor choice there.
Now here's Gordon. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Miller's got 6 assists now in the game.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Pelicans leading by 3. Now here's Mills. To the inside. Hardaway passes to Embiid. Misses from close range.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
The pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Out to Chandler. New Orleans moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Mills. Baseline jumper. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Mills. Mills has got 5 assists tonight. Roten kicks to DeRozan. They get a hand on it. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
Looking at the game for DeRozan, he's got 8 points and 3 dimes.
On the wing, Chandler. Dishes it to Mills. And they double up Davis. A look from Chandler. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's DeRozan. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 1:27 left here in the 4th quarter. On the wing, Chandler. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And it's DeRozan missing. New Orleans leading by 8. Mills dishes to Chandler. Passes it to Mills. Young with the steal. Out left to the wing. Knocked loose. Dixon passes to Porzingis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Shooting for New Orleans.
And so he hits both. 36 seconds left in the 4th quarter. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for your Pelicans.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Left side, Chandler. He feeds it to Mills. Embiid the screen. And now it's a double-digit lead.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Now Roten goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
You have got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
So we see the Pelicans get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts